Okay, we're recording, and this is another video for you guys. I'm just checking it's recording. Yeah, it is. Okay, guys. Yeah. So we're outside again in tropical nature. It's only me, Wushu Richard. Okay, thanks for joining me. Kung Fu forever, traditional martial arts forever. As I say, with me, that's all I stand up for. You know, in terms of martial arts, it's got to be traditional with me. I support and I promote, you know, all kinds of training in martial arts, and I really, absolutely promote, you know, self-expression, and honest, self-free expression of the martial arts. So whatever you do, it's up to you, okay? When I say tradition, I don't mean that you just literally only have to follow a certain set of rules and patterns, you know, that have been passed down from generation, from human being to the next. Because even if you tried it, you're still going to find yourself doing it. Find it or not, you're still going to be doing it different to somebody else, right? Okay, whoever was in the lineage of it all and all that, okay? Anyway though, basically I'm going to do a bit of training here, do a few moves and show you a few moves, okay? Thanks for watching. I've got the camera set up there, my phone camera hanging on a tree. You can hear, also on a lamppost on my bag there. You know, just finished work, I'm free for the rest of today. Burning hot tropical heat, you can see my t-shirt sweating already and sweating. You can hear the living life all around me here, and the little bugs and grasshoppers and things in the trees as usual. So remember, the most important thing in martial arts is you want to make sure you're fit as possible. So definitely do a lot of exercise, okay, is my advice to anyone. Now let's look at a few moves, okay. What we're going to do, we're going to go straight in today. We're going to look at a few tiger moves, okay. Tiger. When I say that, I'm not going to be doing, when I say tiger kung fu, I'm not playing around. But I'm not trying to say that we're going to go into pure like Honga forms and things like that, okay? But what we're doing is showing you a few moves. And then we'll finish off maybe looking at a few other techniques as well, okay? We'll see how we go. Okay, so I'm ready now. So basically, first basic technique, you might be familiar with this, is when someone comes to attack your body, when someone comes to punch your body and strike you. In boxing, you will probably know anyway, you got like things like parries where you cover with your hand like this, or you're bringing your elbows in, let's say, to guard. Well, the tiger kung fu is no damn joke either, okay? Bearing in mind, the more rigid you be in your martial arts and the more stiff and rigid trying to do complex kung fu, of course, in a real fight, you're not going to have the reaction speed if you're doing it a certain way. This is where a lot of people get their facts wrong with kung fu and traditional martial arts. Even the same with karate and things, you know, when you do it, people believe that you do the movement so robotically in real life. And that's so that in real life you end up getting yourself knocked the hell out, especially by some trained MMA guy or some street thug on many occasions. But what it is, you want to be natural. So let's look at the first technique. If someone comes to attack my body, I'll just use my hand, my wrist there. You're making a circling motion in. Very naturally, it's boom. Boom, covering there, my forearm, blocking with my wrist, clawing there with my hands. Now, in tiger kung fu, the most important thing you want to remember is you're going to have a strong grip. What are the features of the tiger, apart from a very strong body usually and big strong movements? You know, not to be flash, I'm just showing you, for example, apart from having a strong body, strong stances, should be strongish. I'm not, you know, the muscliest guy, you know, but it's saying like, apart from the strength on that level and the flexibility, you've got circular movements, motions, in the tiger style of kung fu, okay? So when you do things like parrying in or blocking down, guarding past your body, you always got one hand to block and one hand to strike. They said the mother and son, my teacher used to say. You could be blocking outwardly also. So there's circling kinds of motions when you're blocking, okay? In tiger kung fu. And then you're coming in with the strikes. There's grips, there's grabs, the fingers, okay, are trained to be like the tiger claw. We used to train also in our stances. Remember before, we used to do that in a horse riding stance and just grip like that, do a few, or do a lot of those to make your fingers stronger. You can do a lot of strengthening exercises for your hands anyway, using different methods, okay? But basically, strong, so the claw of the tiger, the clawing obviously, you know, very gruesome, raking the skin and things like that, scratching, you know, which I don't really like, to be honest with you. It's like anything that's too disgusting, like poking the eyes, I think that's just terrible, okay? But, you know, but for the training, we want to know about that. We want to know about how to do the technique. So the claw, for like grabbing, of course, gripping onto things, twisting motions, you know, you might want to get someone into a lock, things like that. Forearms, you're using your forearms and your wrists to be very strong to block when you're covering your body. Notice how I'm always using two hands together too, as I say. I might be blocking low there, this one might strike here or up to the throat, into the face. So these kind of motions. You've got your forearms, can also be used to attack, to unlock. The palms, this is what I love. In Tiger Claw, right, you've got the Tiger Paw also, and this is what I focus on mainly. It's like, it's not to say that I don't use the claws, I use the gripping fingers and that for like grabbing and locking and twisting and things, but it's like I don't use it like, you know, a bit of tension there, but I don't use it like to say like where I'm scratching all the damn time, you know. For me it's more like a grab and lock grip, you know, but when I'm striking I'm coming in with the palms and smashing the Tiger Paw, and you're twisting when you're coming in and using your whole back into it and your root and everything when you're doing it. Which is the characteristics of Tiger Kung Fu, really, okay? But a lot of people don't understand that. There are kicks as well. Some kicks, like some different kind of kicks, side kicks, spinning kicks, but I'm not going to go into too much detail now. So that's one basic technique there though, reviewing again. As I've done series after series on Tiger and Crane in the past anyway. Crane I love so much. But anyway, let's go into this again. We're not going to look at everything today, mantis and everything, you know. So if something's coming to attack my body there, someone's coming to attack me, I can step back and block, right? Same like a basic block like that, see, but I'm using a bit of tension there. I'm making my fist, making my hands stronger by gripping there, okay? There, and I'm blocking with the forearm. When I block, this can also come in and strike the face or claw if I wanted to, but I'm not going to try and do that, but I'm just saying that. There. When I step this way, so do that. So as I'm doing these circular motions, they're coming in, I might parry an attack, I might do a low block here, so I'm circling, see? I can stand here and do this all day if I wish to, see? Block my body. I could even bring one fist back here and do the movement, you see? See like that? Or there, I might come in, see? And then when you get better, you can like literally add a technique in, so block and strike. That's it. So one low block here, blocking your body, and one strike. Twisting through as you're hitting with that palm there, that area. Twisting the wrists as you do it, so you can put your hip in, and then you can start doing it with stances, as I say, like stepping through, so you have to put that weight, that power into it when you get used to it, see. I might want to turn this way now, I might block a low strike to my groin, let's say here, or to my gut. I might turn on the angle where I need to, and then this moves, and my waist turns, and I strike in, see. All those other techniques I can do, I can come up there and higher block, hit through like that, or someone's going to swing me, I can cover there on the outside. Here, see, I'm not bringing this back necessarily, I block and straight away strike through. I can get someone into an arm lock. So all the movements are flowing naturally. So when you must get used to your stepping, if you're stepping back or stepping around, see, your hands are following with your hips as you're moving. So I can go there, block on the outside. And you always should have two hands ready as a guard. See, as I'm rolling over here, or I'm facing with my opponent there, facing my basic guard, so I've got my hands up as a guard always. If someone comes to attack me in my body, I might use two and block down like that, step back, or I might try to open his hands up and then push him, things like this, you see. So your hands are always there to protect yourself, like that or that. I'm not trying to give you a comedy or whatever you want to think it as, like, you know, wax on, wax off. I'm being serious, I'm not doing pussy moves. Someone comes to attack my body, I'm going to block there, and I might block and I might striking there. When you get better, you understand the principle. You might come in with a fist, I might block that, and then come and strike through with a fist. You can, it's similar to like Wing Chun when you're going in. You could do this in a Wing Chun kind of fashion, as I like to do sometimes. I might go into Tiger when I'm doing Wing Chun. I might go there, grab it and strike, you know. Depends how you train, but the most important thing is Tiger has that circular kind of motions. Not only big circles, but that with the wrist, you see. When I'm doing that motion there, coming here, I might be coming in, I might be coming down, okay, out, see, but I'm rotating that, see, the wrist there, not the hand, but the wrist and the elbows type thing, you see. I might block and attack and strike in. Someone comes to attack me here, or pushes me, I might even parry that down as I'm going to strike him, see there, boom, strike him in the face here, palm it up to the chin there, or straight to the face like that, boom. You can claw down, of course, come in here, I can block up, strike through. someone comes to hit me there, I might even just elbow the guy, it doesn't matter, and then crack. I might just bring that up here, someone grabs me here, I might go up here, I might grab his arm, whatever, can punch him, I might sweep him back there, elbow strike. Someone comes to hit me there, I go low block, strike there. Someone comes to hit me there, I might low block, high here, see? Someone comes to grab my shoulder, I might turn with my whole waist there, grab his elbow, go to a Wing Chun punch there, see? Or a tiger swipe there. Swiping in or striking through. Swiping in or striking through. Or low to the gut. Someone might come to hit me high up here, I block up here, I strike straight to the gut. So what's this? Very similar to Wing Chun, you see? This is like using the Tai Chi, so this is like using the tiger essence into it. So when you're doing the movements, you can go very exaggerated in that, doing all kinds of moves, doing all kinds of stances and stuff, you know. But the most important thing is understanding the principle. Someone comes to attack me, I might parry and just strike him through there to the face. Just through there and here. But you want to make sure in Kung Fu you've got a good strong stance always. Not just doing it up there. Stand strong. Bam! Hitting the groin. Myself personally, my own personal take, I would not like to grab someone's groin or hit him in the groin. But this is a technique you can do. Go lower there. Parry, strike there. High up there, see, boom, boom, boom. See? Hit to the gut. You can also hit to the gut that way, twisting it on the side like that. Another technique you can do in Tiger is when someone comes to attack your body, blocking out like this. See, rather than doing it this way with the wrists here, but hooking over so that the back and this hooking part here is behind the wrist. So when someone comes, I can hook over like this, and I can come through and grab by the throat, or from this way. So there's an exercise you can do where you go like this, you come hooking out, see, like this. So if someone comes to attack me, I can do that, so that his wrist's behind mine, I hook his hand there, I can parry that down and strike him to the face. There's a lot of different techniques you can do in that kind of a fashion, okay? But usually you're facing forward like that, normally, you know. Sometimes you twist him when you strike, sometimes you just go straight, as I say. But different kind of techniques you can do, okay? Remember, you can use this in a very strong way. You can go in with strong stances if you wish to, doing it more like a karate way or Kung Fu. You can mix it in that way by adding punches and things, back fists, punches, elbow strikes, kicks, whatever it is. You can go in and do strong stances, being flowing with the movements as you do it in different positions. So you might see movements I might do when I'm training by myself, where I'm doing like karate kind of looking movements. But the basic thing is just like that, okay? The basic similar principle, parrying attacks, circling, you know. You can also do another block where when someone comes, you can scoop it away. You scoop the attack away and come in. This looks like the crane, right? Or you could say this looks like Wing Chun when we do this kind of a motion, but it's very subtle in Wing Chun. We do it like that. When you turn also, so it's like in Tai Chi again, it's this kind of thing. So you get the motion into, when you want to go tense, then you go into Tiger. So you can blend, this is all kinds of different martial arts principles here, flowing into each other. With long fist wushu, obviously it's like more bigger movements and more exaggerated, you know, things like that. Tai Chi again, things like that, see. Tempo karate, you can see. In Kempo, for example, there's a lot of movements which are similar to the Tiger, let's say, with like Hongo, with the dynamic tension and all that. And then also, you know, the kind of Tai Chi essence of a slow and soft, I should say. Quick word of advice on Tai Chi, okay, for anyone. Don't take it that Tai Chi is just a light exercise for relaxing. And that's all it is, to be trained slowly. No, you train slow, and believe me, even in the most icy cold weather, not this tropical weather, in the ice cold, like northeast China or wherever you're at in the snow, if you train slow Tai Chi and train hard, you'll become very, very strong in your whole body. You're training every essence of every part of your body, every inch of fibre in your muscles, and breath and all of that, okay? So when you're doing Tai Chi, as I say, Tai Chi, I'm not an expert or a master at Tai Chi or Tiger Kung Fu, but I'm just saying, right? In Tai Chi though, you know, it's one of the things people mistake it, they think it's just a slow exercise. It's a relax. It's not for relaxing, it's for working out. The essence is relaxing, yeah, slow, and you're absorbing and learning how to absorb. So when excuse my language, some bitch who wants to take your life, some idiot wants to come and, you know, really mug you and choke you down for whatever you're worth. When that happens, you absorb him in, you go fast, obviously, you go with the flow of the energy. If you're too fast, you can't catch the guy. If he's too slow, you're not going to do anything. If you're too soft, you know, you've got to make sure you're going the motion. You might raise his head up, you've got a chance to go in, elbow, but it's the whole body to the motion inside you. You strike whatever it's going to be, so you use the motions, it's that balance. So you train slowly. If you train any kind of martial art slowly, or any kind of kung fu, as I say. You know, you're going to train a lot of power in your body anyway, and you're going to learn coordination, balance, and all of that. Okay, little simple video for you there on some kung fu techniques. Okay, hope you've enjoyed that. Quick reminder, okay, on a few things. Okay, of course you can block in or out. Quick reminder on a couple of things though. Okay, the upper block. I've done tiger there or out, but you can also do this in karate, as I say, like blocking up versus the outer block for blocking against swings like this. I'm using it more like a karate kind of way, but you can go relax like Tai Chi or Kung Fu there. Stance. Excuse me 1 second. But yeah, there's a difference, okay? It's just the difference is you've got one where you're blocking straight up, and then one where you're blocking a little bit out to the side, like a triangle here, outer. They said, my teacher would say it was like a big rising sun or something like that, okay? But you block it, you're twisting the wrist usually, okay? As you block out against a swing punch. But of course, if it's very tight, you might want to keep it tight and just do your basic blocking. But this is very, very useful. I like to use this more. I don't like to just bring my hand up like this, like you see in boxing or MMA, because then you're always taking the full blow. I like to cut it early before its momentum comes in, cut it, and with that you can still come in and punch or strike. As I say, it's not me talking crap, it's just talking about what I've used against people that just do kickboxing all day, and I use these kung fu techniques and defend against them. You may say, well, who the hell have I trained with in my life? But I've trained with a lot of good people, I'll say that. People that were going at it, they're using kickboxing at me, and I was using crane, tiger and all this, Wing Chun, whatever, and all this kung fu moves, all this puny rubbish, right? But it was working. And the guys coming at me are blocking. So if you're just so robotic and you just go, ha, or tiger, it's not going to work. You have to be natural and you need to move in. The best thing that happened to me in my kung fu training was learning Wing Chun and just improving in my Wing Chun. The more I've understood about Wing Chun, the more I've understood about subtlety and realisticness of natural, real flow with simplicity of structure going straight in. I mean, it's so crude, it's so awful, isn't it, when you think about it? You know, like let's say, for example, Bruce Lee or a lot of people talking about, let's say, you know, sorry, it's a spider there. You know, a lot of people talking about, let's say, you know, Wing Chun, okay? Yeah, and saying, oh yeah, it's good because it's a simple art, it's for simplifying things. Well, that means that everything else is not simple. All of the other Kung Fu and all that is all complicated BS, right? So people wanting to simplify things like Wing Chun and then go to JKD and stuff. That sounds good. So what I'm trying to say is, people need to get understanding the fact, right? The traditional martial arts, right? They were originally trained in a realistic fashion. So we've become complex in the way we're using it sometimes. If you just do things in a robotic way, of course it's not going to work in a real fight. But it depends how you adapt the moves. And when I say adapt, I don't mean flow it so that you're doing something you call karate, but in the end it's just simple like boxing. You say, yeah, I'm using the karate principles. No, you're not, because you're still doing boxing in MMA. What I'm saying is you're using it, you're doing maybe movements smaller sometimes, yeah, but maybe sometimes you're not doing movements smaller. Maybe sometimes you're doing movements which are traditional, exactly, more or less exactly like they are. Bigger, but it's like in different situations. You don't just stand there when someone comes at you and does a long punch, which they're not going to do anyway, are they? They're going to come at you like some street thug on the street coming at you, boxing, right? You're not going to stand back and go, oh, you're not going to do that. You're going to come in, you'll be boxing probably, but when the guy comes at you, grabbing onto you, you might raise your arm up there while he's hugging onto you, so you raise his heel, then strike. That's a proper position there, traditional, you see? But it's like you use it in a different way to make it work, not adapt it and change it into boxing or MMA, or try just to do the movement small and see if it can work. Why not? You wouldn't need to do that, would you? It's like trying to do Wing Chun when a boxing technique would work much better, and trying to adapt your Wing Chun. That wouldn't make any sense to me. So that's what I'm trying to say, you've got to use what works. But why I stick up to traditional martial arts is because they seem so more solid and there's so much more in them. Not just because I've told you about the tiger today, or certain block. No, I'm just saying, the essence, more of the styles are more solid, there's more structural control overall, I feel. But that's just how I feel. But I love the traditional martial arts. So, you know, good to look at all different kinds of techniques, okay? But MMA is great and everything, you know. I'm not telling you stand back and start doing flashy stances and tiger. in the MMA ring, because you've probably not been in that world. You know, it's got to be, people need to understand that, traditional. In terms of what I mean is these arts are what they are. You need to train them properly. Okay, so it's not, when I say I like traditional, I don't mean because it's like, oh, it's tradition, and it's like, oh yeah, the traditional side. I don't mean that. I mean what works. I just find it so amazing. Anyway, I'm very tired, it's very hot, I'm covered in sweat. Kung Fu for life, everybody, okay? Always remember, when you get chances, like today, on a sunny day, train your stance work, Train your flexibility, yes. All that's been said already. I train my stretching every day. As part of that, you should also train your stance work, and go into some stances for a little bit every day. Try and work it out, Horse riding stance, a few seconds here or there, Try and build it up in time, And again, excuse me, breathing, stretching. And again, the gongbu, the bow stance is also a good one, It doesn't mean you always use these big stances, but it's good to strengthen your legs, okay? Like this, the bow stance is one leg bent, back leg straight. So the front leg bent, back leg straight. Don't worry about my hand positions here. I'm using different motions here. Like a wushu kind of dull, the knife position there. But it doesn't matter how, you just imagine in your mind. You stand like this, palming out, stretching that back leg, strengthening that front thigh. Gather your energy in your breath, and don't talk when you exercise. Beautiful. Feels so great, feel so healthy in myself every day, just training, Kung Fu. So thank you so much for watching. Train hard and stay safe. More Kung Fu to come. We looked at tiger moves a little bit, Someone attacking your body, block and strike. To the body or the face, strike them. Wham! Someone's attack here, you block, strike. This is one technique you can do, I'm saying. Other things like just circling in, circling out. Whenever someone's kind of grab you, whoa, block it out, washing them away, striking in. These are some basics, okay? I'm not going to go into every detail, certain locks and stuff today. We're just looking at some basics. Thanks for watching. Train hard and stay safe. Remember to strike with the palms first. Bow.